What's going on, everybody? This is Glenn's Tech World here. How's everybody doing today? Okay, now we're going to actually be configuring IPv6 addressing on an entire WAN network. Now, this WAN network is going to include 2 nodes, 2 computers, and is also going to include a printer as well as a web server. This is going to be very nice. Now, right here, we're going to get into the interface gigabit Ethernet right there. Now make sure that you have the right interface up that you are connected to, otherwise a connection will not be established. Now for the IPv6 address, let's see here, we're going to get the link local right here, which is FE80, then the 2 colons, then the 1. Now the reason why those colons are there is actually because it's augmenting the zeros. Now in IPv6, as you know, IPv6 addresses are huge. Now what you're seeing up there are the abbreviations of the IPv6 addresses on my notepad. Now realistically speaking, those things are very, very long. So if it has a lot of zeros, like right there, you're actually seeing this is what more of an IPv6 address looks like. You see it right there with the link local address. You see how it's so much longer than this. Now once again, it's because of the zeros. Now I'm not going to go into how to break down IPv6 subnetting and such. That's going to be for another video. Just for right now, I just want to show you all how I'm customizing this. And the way I have this set up is only because this is the way that I learned how to do it. So that's the only reason why I'm actually doing it this way with the suffix of the 64. Now with an IPv6, you also have to configure the IPv4 as well. Now, as doing IT support, if a customer calls in and they say they see an IPv6 address but not an IPv4 address, it's a problem. That could mean that they're getting the IPIA. IPIA is 169.254. anything else. That basically means that your entire private network is down. That's a very bad thing. Like you see right there, DHCP IPIA is being used. You see that right there? That's because for this one, I accidentally put a IPv4 address DNS into the IPv6. Now once I place it up here and configure the IPv4, then you will see that a connection will be established. Now using packet tracer is so interesting because you can also simulate data going through, whether it's IMAP, whether it's POP, HTTP, HTTPS, any type of protocol you can think of, you can actually send it through this network using packet tracer. Now I love packet tracer because it's from Cisco. Now I do have a degree in microcomputer technician. That basically means the CompTIA exam, where you know how to build computers, you understand the network and encapsulation process and such like that. I also use Python to build hacking tools. I am an ethical hacker, so I know how to basically make any type of virus. I know how to make Trojans. The only thing I don't know how to make is a worm. I'm still learning how to do that. They're so difficult to do. But you know, learning Python, I'm actually very excited because I want to make a worm. Now of course, you know, I don't want to make a worm that's going to destroy the whole world. Of course not. I just want to see how it actually interacts. I also want to try to make my own ransomware. Now the thing is though, I'm an ethical hacker, but I hack on Bugcrowd. Bugcrowd is a legal platform to where you can actually hack applications, and as long as you follow the guidelines, you're not going to be in trouble. Now I hack my own applications. Now here's my hacking setup. I basically have 2 computers. One is a 4 gigabyte RAM. What I'm on now is a 12 gigabyte RAM. The other one, I think it's like 2 gigabyte RAM, something of that sort. So, you know, I use VPNs and such like that. I make servers, I attack them, and you know, I basically experiment with this on my own setup. It's illegal to experiment on other people's setup, so if you're going to be a hacker, you should have your own setup. This is the basic for hackers, and if you're going to do IT in general, not just hacking, you need to understand systematic functioning. Plain and simple. You need to understand how these computers work. You need to understand all of it. You know, you cannot slack in this. Every day I'm always working to make myself smarter and stronger. Now, when getting IT, you want to get like IT tools like multimeter testing, loopback cables, get you an ESD strap, take apart your computer, clean it, put it back together, run troubleshooting steps, you know, do these different types of stuff. Usually we have about 2 computers. That's usually, if it's not 2 computers, it's gonna be 1 computer with like 3 monitors, but I personally have 3 computers and I honestly love it. Now my favorite operating system of course is Windows. So now that we configured everything, now of course we have to ping. we always have to ping. Let's ping this link local address to make sure that it's correct. All right, looks like the router is all set up. Perfect. Now, of course, you know, you can't ping this right here. Like, you're going to see what's going to happen. Yeah, absolutely nothing. You got to ping the IPv4. It's definitely weird. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm just going to show you the basics of it right now. There is a way to ping that, but for this video, it's just the basics of me showing you how to set up IPv6 on the different devices in the network. We'll go further on, you know, with the different devices later on, but we're going to now, okay, let's make sure I can ping everything else. I can ping their IPv4 address. Let's see here. Can I? Yes, I can. All right, that is up and active. Now this is looking very, very good right now. Now also, I did get a message. Everybody was asking me how was I actually doing this so fast. It's just because of practice. I've been doing this for months. I live IT. Like I'm an ethical hacker. Data is just my life. I love it so much. Now, let's try to. Huh? One of the packages seems to be stuck at the switch. What's going on here? Oh, right. Now, I do apologize, people. I didn't configure the switch. Now, this is why we run tests. You know, we're not perfect. You know, we run through a lot of data. We run tests, and that tells us what we missed. So, let's see here. Let's go show the running config. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what interface this is. Let's see here. Okay, yep, there's no IP address for the VLAN. Yep, no IP address. Okay, now you show running config to show you where you missed out on. So now I have to go back in here and I do have to set up an IP address for this switch. That was a mistake on my end. Now switches read MAC addresses, but in this example, we're going to actually assign the IP address on it, and then we're going to ping it. Now, how switches, once again, how they reach computers, they read the MAC address. The MAC address is on your computer. Is basically every manufacturer gives the devices that little barcode or such like that. That's your MAC address. That's what the switch reads. The router reads the IP addresses. But once again, for the specifics of this testing, we only are going to focus on the ping. And yep, there we go. Okay, now I set that up, so now you see the package was delivered, no problem, and now I have a full setup ready to go onto the internet. Alright guys, thank you again for checking out Glenn's Tech World.